There are historical cases where the demons will actually even appear if the person's particularly bad or if they really want this person and they've been working on him for a while to gain some type of psychological compatibility with the demons with the person. The demons themselves will actually appear to the person and suggest the pact. One case I actually dealt with, a woman basically made a pact with the devil and he showed up to fulfill his side of the pact. There are also instances, very rare historically, where the demons will actually appear with a handwritten note in the person's own blood. And then, because they can sometimes extract a person's blood from them in a variety of different accidents and things like that, or they'll just tell the person, here, sign this with your own blood, and the person actually does it, and then the contract disappears. There's actually a ritual which is designed to force the demon to return the contract so that it can be destroyed. Because as long as the contract is in existence, the effects will continue.
So these are conversations that could be inside of your head. These are conversations that could literally be right in front of you.
That's right.
And you're fully aware of what's happening. This isn't deception. This is
no.
You do X for Y.
Y. Yeah. The reason they know is because they know the pact isn't binding legally in some fashion, even though technically speaking it's against the natural law, so it doesn't have any binding force. But they know it doesn't bind a person unless the person voluntarily knows what's going on and actually says yes. If they're ignorant about it in any degree whatsoever, the pact isn't fully binding. And so that's why they'll spend a lot of time massaging the person psychologically in their sin and in a variety of other ways to get them to the point where they're be open to, that's that psychological compatibility, open to the pact. They'll work on the person first before they do that.
How many people do you think are doing this? I mean, we saw the P. Diddy stuff, the Epstein stuff is going crazy. It has been going crazy for years. I mean, you see politicians just consistently lying, like knowingly lying. Not, I couldn't accomplish that. And it's a straight up fucking lie.
Yeah, I'm astounded, frankly, that they can just look straight in your eye and just tell you something that's completely false, and they're bad at nothing. And for all intents and purposes, you look like they look like they're convinced of it. As far as I think in some of the upper levels, I think there's a fair number of people that are doing that. Percentage wise, I would have no idea, but it's drastically on the rise. That's the thing that we've noticed, because when I first started doing this work 18 years ago, the number of people that had been involved in that was there was not a whole lot of people that were involved in that. But as time goes on, we're seeing more and more of that, where we're having to clean people up because of those kinds of things that are happening. And the occult activity among the youth, especially those under the age of 25, is drastically on the rise. And so I think we're seeing much more of that type of thing happen.
What do you think about the stuff with for example, the latest Olympics opening ceremony, this big pentagram in the middle of it, or the one prior to that, also the Winter Olympics, the mockery of the Last Supper? I mean,
right.
What is this? What is this?
Well, did you ever see the ceremony for the opening of the tunnel in Switzerland? It was a full-blown ritual to Baphomet. So I think that's just part of the
What tunnel in Switzerland?
There's a tunnel that they had cut. I think it was like a 23-mile long tunnel that they cut. And when they did the opening ceremonies for it, it was supposed to cut down on the travel significantly for people in between countries. And you can actually find it online, but when you watch it, it's a full-blown ritual to Baphomet. And so I think that's all part of the revealing of the method, that the people that are at the top of these the political elite, the financial elite, even people that are in charge of, stuff like the ceremonies that are the actual Olympics and that type of thing. These people that are at the very top of it. I don't know about specific individuals, but the people at the top, they're doing this stuff because they're revealing their belief